there is a box of manga in front of me, which means it is time to do a haul, as Sci-Fi has arrived. And that is from Amazon, so it's not on the box. Anyway, it is the time for my February haul, and let's get on with it. I already opened the box before I started filming, so make it a bit easier so I wasn't like cutting through sellotape and stuff and pulling my address off. So first up, I have a webtoon, a manhwa called Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Now, the reason I bought this is actually due to a Vocaloid song. So I was listening to an English cover of the Vocaloid song Ella. It was sung by Will Stetson, I think it was. I might leave a link to the song down below. Anyway, I was listening to that song, and in the comment section, one of the top comments was someone saying, this song reminds me of the epilogue to the web novel, not the manhwa, of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, and reading it while listening to the song makes it all the more sad. And I was like, I'm intrigued. And then I totally forgot about it until I was on Twitter and I noticed that there was an announcement for an anime adaptation. I was like, I recognise that name, but I don't know where I recognise that name from. Until I went back and I listened to the song again. And I saw the comment again and I was like, that's where I've heard that name before. I wonder if this actually has a physical release. And the web novel didn't, but the manhwa did. So I picked up volume 1. And that is how I came to buy this based off of a Vocaloid song. And I'm like reading it currently. But yeah, this is about, I had to look up what omniscient meant because I didn't actually know, but it actually means all-knowing. So this guy is reading this online novel called 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse, and he's the only person who's reading it. Every time a new chapter comes out, there's like over 3,000 of them. It has like one view, and it's always him. And he's on the train home from work one day, and he's reading the epilogue of the novel. And as soon as the epilogue drops and he reads it, things from the novel start happening in the real world. But because he's the only one who's ever read the novel, he's the only one who realises what's going on. So he kind of like has an advantage. And then they're like put into these games, which are a little bit Alice in Borderlandy. They're like given these tasks to complete. And at the point I'm at, they've just received the first task by this little like goblin-y, demon-y, throaty, fluffy thing. But yeah, he has the advantage because he has read the novel and no one else has, so he knows what's coming. So he's the like all-knowing reader. Yeah, and it's good so far from what I've read. That is that. And now to get into the box. And I've already like made an incision into the bubble wrap to make it a bit easier, but cutting into this was like cutting into a person and getting through all the layers of like muscle and fat because there's that many layers of bubble wrap in here. But yeah, I've made an incision. And in the top here randomly we have Something's Wrong with This Volume 18. This one is skinnier than Volume 17. This is the second of the 3 follow-up volumes, Something's Wrong with Us, each containing their like own story. They're all connected and they do like obviously follow on from each other, but each story in like volumes 17, 18 and 19 can be read as its own thing. Like 17 wrapped up the story in that one, and I reckon 18, which is where the butterfly dwells, will wrap up the story in this one. And then 19 will be another story. Yeah, I absolutely love Something's Wrong with Us, and Rowan's barking at something. I'm looking forward to reading this one. One of my favourite joseis. Remove that. And let's get our hands into this incision and remove the bookmarks. We have quite a few. I don't have this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. I have this one. Ooh, a Dragon Ball one. I don't have any of these. There must be new ones. I do have these two though. Here, that is the bookmarks for this box. Always nice to get a lot of bookmarks. Now, if I can... I should have made this incision bigger. I don't think I can like pull something out of something that's small, so you just give me a minute. I'm gonna have to tear. I think that should do it. I think that should do it. Yeah, I should be able to get stuff out now. Here we have Emoy 8. This is the penultimate volume. 8, 9. 9 is the final one. I'm pretty sure this volume is kind of half and half on which couple it's following. I'm not sure. It might still be following this couple, but I think it might go back to following this couple at some point as well. But that's Emoy, and in the other side is Wolfgirl and Black Prince 4. Again, I like this series. It's the same creator as Emoy, actually, and they're both together in the box. And what is it left next? Ooh, it's all the shoujo beat has been put on the top, including this, if I can get it out, this new one. We have Sakura Saku, which is Aosaki Saka's new series. And this one is about a mysterious boy comes to Saku Fujiwara's rescue when she falls ill on a train. I almost read that as falls off a train. But he reads before she can thank him. After this experience, Saku never ignores strangers in need or help to emulate the boy who helped her. Saku would like to thank the boy who helped her, but all she has is a note signed Ryosuke Sakura. She discovers that the boys at her high school, Haruki Sakura, has an older brother named Ryosuke. She asks Haruki to give her thank you letter to Ryosuke, but why does he refuse? It's a high school romance by Aosaki Sakura. I like her works, although I haven't read Strobe Edge because I can't find it. I have read her other works though, and I'm looking forward to reading this one. And we have another shoujo beat on the top here with Yoon of the Dawn, volume 40. Can't believe we're at 40 volumes now. I think there's like 43 out in Japan currently. But yeah, I do keep up to date with the owner online, so I do know what's happening in the very latest chapters. I don't read them properly, I just like skim through them for a bit because I like spoiling myself. I'm weird. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading 40. We have Mainyan, I think her name is pronounced on the cover of this one with Yona. Really like Yona the one, it's another favourite. And we have, is this the last shoujo beat? I think this might be the last shoujo beat. No, it's not. No, it's not. I got a load of shoujo beat this month, it seems. We have My Special One, Volume 4. I'm pretty sure, as of Volume 6, it switches to following a different couple. I think Volumes 1 to 5 follow one couple, and then 6 to 10 follow another couple, and I thought that was it, but apparently the series is still ongoing. I had assumed it had finished at 10 volumes, but I was wrong, because apparently it's still going. But yeah. My Special One, 4. And then I think this might be the last shoujo beat, if I think it is. No, it's not. No, it's not. There's so many. I have like a Potify, Volume 3. Like, shoujo beat must have released a lot in like December, January. I don't think I bought the January ones yet, actually. I think I've only bought the December releases, so there must have been a lot of shoujo beats in December. So here's why I could put 5 Volume 3. This is a cute, like, romance about a girl who hardly talks and a boy who's, like, uncomfortable talking to girls, and it's just super cute. Volume 2 was great, and I'm looking forward to reading this Volume 3. And it's one of my favourites coming out next, if I can remove it without bending the pages. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here it comes. And we have Queen's Quality 18. I absolutely adore Queen's Quality. And we don't get volumes very often, but it is like simul, whatever you pronounce it, pubbed on the Viz app, which is not available in the UK, so I can't read it on there. Yeah, I love Queen's Quality. It's like fantasy shoujo. It's got like, it's quite dark. Yeah, I really love Queen's Quality, and it's in its final arc now, but I don't know how long its final arc is going to last, but Queen's Quality is great. And I think there's one more shoujo beat in here, but I think this is a second-hand volume. I think it's actually really good condition, actually. Yeah, this volume is secondhand. It was from Sci-Fi's secondhand section, but this looks new. This is Kiss at the Rose Princess Volume 5, which is the only volume of the series they had in the secondhand section, and it just so happened to be the next volume in the series that I needed. I have 1 to 4. I've had 1 to 4 for years, and I look for the secondhand section every now and again to see what's in there, because sometimes there can be some like older, harder to find series in there, and they had this in there, and I was like, that's the volume I need. And I haven't read the series in years, but it's very messy. It's quite like, the plot is all over the place. It's quite messy. It's kind of trashy, but I still really enjoy it from what I remember of the first 4 volumes. So yeah, it's like a reverse harem about this girl who's the Rose Princess, and she has 4 Rose Knights: the Red Rose Knight, the Blue Rose Knight, the Black Rose Knight, and the White Rose Knight. Or was there a yellow one? No, I don't know. There might have been. I think it was black, blue, red, and white. And these 4 Rose Knights protect her because she's the Rose Princess. And I think, from what I recall, she has to find a key to open this door in the basement of her school, or something like that. Anyway, as I say, the plot's not great. It's a bit trashy, but I do enjoy it. And for being secondhand, this volume is practically new looking. I think I paid about £3.50, £4 for it. But yeah, it looks practically new. This is also by the same author as Demon Prince of the Mochi House. Where I think it's 9 volumes in total, but they didn't have any of the other ones available secondhand. I don't know if they had them new or not, but they weren't in the secondhand section. It was only that one. Next is Pink Heart Jam. This is a new Sublime series. Obviously it's a BL because it's Sublime. I think it's college students. For college student Tiger, starting school in the big city is a chance to make new friends and try new things. During a campus tour on his first day of classes, he spots impossibly gorgeous upperclassman and fellow music major Kaname strumming a guitar. So imagine Tiger's surprise when, later during a drunken dare to visit a brothel, he finds his new crush employed as a sex worker. Higa goes ahead with using Kane's services, and afterwards his innocent crush on Kane is replaced with a whole new type of attraction. Even as their bond outside the brothel strengthens, Kane still finds it confusing that Higa finds that time with him to be more special. What will it take for the two of them to go beyond experimentation and forge a real relationship? I've heard good things about this one. I've heard people talk about it in by BL circles and say that this one is very good. So I am looking forward to giving this one a read. It's plastic wrapped, so obviously it's explicit. Next up in here is super easy to get out of the box. Is the Ascential Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom, Volume 4. I really like this series. Oh, this one's quite fat compared to the other 3. Ooh. Oh, is it? I think... Is it? I think it's thicker than the other 3. Anyway, I really like the series. It's a shoujo fantasy series following this girl who is a doctor, and she's recruited by the prince and kind of taken to the capital where she was promised muscly men. And she really likes muscles. And she's now working in the capital as a doctor. And he's kind of using her for political reasons to try and get on the throne and stuff. But yeah, I do really enjoy this one. It's set in ancient China. Okay, what's next? Let's grab... Oh! A Reincarnated Bitch Spells Doom Volume 3. This is another favourite. I have really enjoyed the first 2 volumes. It's an isekai shoujo, and there's dragons in it. We have, I think Senna is her name, and she is a witch, supposedly. She was reincarnated into this fantasy world, and she has strange powers that nobody else in this world has. She has powers of destruction and like perish and stuff like that, where everyone else has usually like wind, water, sort of fire, earth magic. And she's like become a shut-in because she was a shut-in in her previous life, and she's also a shut-in in this life because of something she did as a child. And then Prince Keith comes along and collapses outside her house, and she like nurses him, and then he brings her out into the world, and then there's like dragons. It's very good. Next in this box is Marboy Volume 4. I think either 5 or 6 might be the final volume. I know there's 8 volumes in total, and these are like 1.5 in ones. And I don't know how to work out how many 1.5s go into 8, because I'm shit at maths. So I think it's either 5 or 6 is the last volume, but yeah, Marboy is a classic from the 90s, like re-released with some colour pages, and it's a bit of fun. It's messy fun. It's dramatic. It's, yeah, classic 90s shoujo. Next in this box is another new one. We have My Ultramarine Sky. This is a one-shot by the creator of what's it called again? My Summer View. It's by the creator of My Summer View and The Two Lions. And I think she's got a few other works coming out this year as well. And yeah, from the creator of My Summer View, it literally says, it's a high school romance about two friends who've already been in the same class, but when a new school year separates them, they realise that their feelings for each other might run deeper than friendship. Yeah, it's a BL high school romance. From the creator of Not Waiting for Spring, My Summer Review, and The Two Lions. And I like her artwork, and I like her stories too, so looking forward to this one. And it's just a one-shot. What's next? We have Bride of the Barrier Master Volume 1. Now this is the manga adaptation. I have got the first volume of the light novel, but like a lot of my light novels, I have not read it. But yeah, maybe if I really loved the manga adaptation, it would encourage me to maybe start the light novel sooner rather than later, because I'm currently reading Iron Frame, and once I finish that, I've got Sarah J. Maas's new one, and then maybe I'll switch back to reading some light novels, but they're quite thick books and they're going to take me a while to get through. So yeah. So I don't know when I'm going to get back to reading light novels, because I really want to start reading Your Former, and the rest of Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. I've got My Happy Marriage to read. It's just, I'm reading so much, and then I discovered Vinted, and I bought like 5 books off there, and I'm going to be reading those at some point as well. So yeah, this is the Bride of the Barrier Master manga adaptation. I've heard it compared to My Happy Marriage, but I don't think it's supposed to be as good as My Happy Marriage, but I've heard some people compare the two. It's about Hana Ichinose. It's from a branch family to one of the 5 barrier weaving magical clans who protect and support Japan. But in the eyes of her mother and father, she is an afterthought compared to her talented older twin sister. When Hannah's true potential awakens at age 15, she decides to keep her newfound abilities a secret, including from her parents, so she can have a quiet life. But the powerful new head of the elite Ichinomiya clan, Saku Ichinomiya, is looking for a bride, and he has set his eyes on Hana. I do like the cover. Let's get in the box. And out the box we have The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl Volume 2. I love the anime for this one. It was just like sweet, short, episodic episodes of like this ice. He's the descendant of a snow woman, and he likes his co-worker, this girl here, and he like, it's just a cute office romance, and he's like constantly like showing like affection towards her, and she's like being nice to him back, but he's not sure whether it's because she likes him or just because she's his like wants to be friends and stuff. But it's very cute and sweet, and I do enjoy this one. And into the box, we have Hino and Kagara Volume 4. I think we're caught up with Japan with this volume. I'm not sure. But I can't seem to find a Volume 5 release date, so we might be up to date with Japan with this volume. But yeah, this is the Sasaki and Miyano spin-off. I don't like it quite as much as Sasaki and Miyano, but I do still like it, especially now we're getting a bit further into it. It obviously follows Sasaki's friend Hino and his roommate Kagura. And let's see what we hear. Here we have In the Korean Moonlit Dusk, Volume 6. Another series I enjoy. This is Miki Yamamori, author of from the Daytime Shooting Star. Yeah, this is a very vibrant green. It's a very green. The greenest of greens, and it's quite appealing. Yeah, it's a high school romance. And following a girl who looks like more masculine, and then she's considered the prince of the school, and then this guy who's also considered a prince of the school. It's good. This tower's getting wonky. Here we have Delinquent Daddy and Tender Teacher, Volume 2. Volume 2. I think there's 5 volumes of this, but Volume 1 was super cute. It was very nice. It follows a teacher, and he's an elementary school teacher, and he went to high school with this guy, and they kind of had like a misunderstanding in high school. And now he is a single dad to this little boy, and this boy is in his class, and he's recently become a single dad because his wife's recently, I think she died. She might have left him, but I think she died. And so he's recently started looking after this boy, his son, and he's not 100% sure what he should be doing, so he enlists the help of the teacher to kind of help him out a bit, and it was super cute. Very right, Volume 1. What's in here now? The Ancient Mega Spide, Volume 19. This is the latest volume. I think we're coming to the end of the current arc with this one. Like the college arc. I don't think she's going to leave college at the end of this arc, but I do think the stuff with Philomena and Lucy and them will kind of wrap up soon. I'm enjoying the Ancient Mega Spide. I haven't watched Season 2 Part 2 of the anime yet, but I've seen Season 2 Part 1, which is covering the college arc, and I really enjoyed watching it. And is there anything? There's one more thing in here. And that is, my boss is a giant. He manages my every need with enormous skill. This is a steamship title. And this is bubble wrap. And yeah, it's pretty much about what it says on the cover. Yeah. I think it's a 2-in-1. It's like the complete thing all together in one volume. The complete manga collection. Natsumi, also known as Hamu-chan, hustles at her demanding office job like a hamster running in a wheel. Meanwhile, her boss, Samajima, is more like a shark. He's handsome, sure, but he's also imposing and scary, at least until he confesses his feelings for her. Natsumi is a little overwhelmed by seeing a vulnerable side to this gigantic man, especially since she doesn't have a lot of experience in the love department. But she's secretly thrilled to discover more. Together, this big boss with a voracious appetite and the smaller woman who's hungry for his love are ready to unleash their wild sides and their genitals. Super looking forward to this one. And then that is it from this haul. I got about, I think, 20 volumes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. 21 from Scifier and 1 from Amazon. And I was meant to order To Your Eternity Volume 19 because that was out and it was on my list, but it was out of stock on Scifier. and I told myself to get it from somewhere else, and I forgot. So that's not part of this haul. This bubble wrap's different to the other bubble wrap. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you for another one at some point. Bye bye.